I'm making this video on what I think about the way society is today versus the way it was like back in the 70's. I was just watching this video where these young people, probably like 20 something young people, got the backpacks and everything. And they're going into Walmart and stealing stuff, trying to steal a whole basket of groceries and haul ass out the door. And I started realizing that I come from an old school where if we got caught stealing, we get our asses whipped. But that's not the case anymore. It's like, and the thing is, if you think about baby boomers and stuff, they don't steal because they know they've either been caught in the past and they know the repercussions, or they just probably got too much to lose. They just you learn. But a lot of people nowadays I see are just like, they just don't care. It's like grabbing stuff out of the store, just like an animal. Like, I don't even know how else to put it. It's like a freaking animal. Like what you would see an animal doing, like, trying to escape a zoo or something. So I think like society has definitely changed as far as America goes, where like I always cared about stuff, I always cared about doing the right thing, or always like try to do the best job I can. But it seems like that's just kind of dumbed out everybody now. Everybody now just doesn't really care. They're just like, how can I be creative when I'm trying to survive? I'm just trying to stay freaking alive, dude. And I mean, I kind of get it because back in the 90's, I ended up homeless. I was on the street. I didn't know why I was homeless, but I was homeless. And a lot of it has to do with the upbringing. My parents were kind of dirt bags. They were like, my parents were more like, I don't want to call them bums, but I guess one of them was kind of a bum. But they didn't really give a shit about the kids. There was there was discipline, but there wasn't love. And when you have no love, then you could kind of turn into like an animal, needing attention. You may not show it in where you need love, but you're going to definitely be looking for external validation and somebody that's going to pay attention to you. If your parents didn't give a shit about you, so that's kind of like sort of what I was thinking about. And being like my age now, in my 60's, the general public to give a rat's ass about, what you got going on. They were just kind of like caught up in their own deal. And the one thing I realized I did do was I settled for stability versus like having fun, which, go figure. I mean, I'd probably rather be on the beach hanging out. But then I might not have anywhere to live. I'd be hanging on the beach and then sleeping on the beach. And believe me, I know how them beach bathrooms smell. I mean, you ever been in a beach bathroom on the West Coast, or any coast really, I guess. Mostly the West Coast, man, they smell like just like death. I've seen people sleeping in bathrooms, just curled up with newspapers around them, toilet paper around them, feces on the ground, and they don't even care. They're just wallowing in turds, So I've seen that. And so I kind of just, knowing what I've seen in the past, I realized that I better take the easy route out and just find something stable, somewhere stable to live. that wasn't going to cost too much money, which is why I chose the East Coast. But even out here, it's still kind of expensive. Yeah, it's kind of expensive out here. I mean, depending, if you're a doctor or something, you got money, you got like, I mean, how hard is it to see for a doctor to see? I went to the doctor, and the doctor basically just sits there, just listens to you talk for about 5 minutes, and then it's like, all right, I'll see you later. It's just, I mean, how hard is that? You know what I mean? They're not really going to do anything else. They're just like, it's like somebody checking your oil. It's like, oh, well, yeah, your oil looks all right for another 1,000 miles, But, so a doctor thing is kind of a trip, once you start getting older. Sometimes they want you to go do labs and stuff, but same time, you get the feeling that nobody really gives a crap either way. So you got to start to try to take care of yourself. For me, what I like to do, I draw these 5th grade pictures. I'm not a good drawer or anything, but just for me, it makes me feel like, like I'm still back at the beach, hanging in the waves, you know what I mean? So, but the way things are today versus back in, like, say, the 70s, we were more, like, we would actually get in trouble for shit. If we lit matches at the beach, they'd you'd be pulling your pants down, and they would basically just whip your ass in a garage, a dark garage somewhere. You could be getting your ass beat. And even back then there was some bad stuff going on. Like, kids would get in trouble and stuff, but nowadays it's just the brazenness of, like, going into Walmart and just filling up like 2-3 carts full of food, like $500 worth of food, and then just having a tug of war with the employees to get the cart out of the grocery store. It's just beyond any type of my thinking that I ever could possibly even imagine doing, because we just didn't do that, I mean, we might steal some. Like, I tried to steal a pair of gloves once, and I didn't get out of the store. I mean, I grabbed the gloves and basically just got caught on the way out. That was like 30, 40 years ago. But other than that, I've never even considered, stealing. But the way things are nowadays, it's just like, it's nuts, And then I guess they don't really do anything. I don't think they really do anything. I think it's just like maybe a slap on the hand, like, don't do that again. Or maybe they put them on probation or something. And another thing is the homeless situation in the United States is so insane. I mean, I understand being homeless and stuff. I've been homeless. But just the amount of people living on the streets nowadays just goes to show that there's definitely, absolutely something really freaking sinister going on. Like, there's something that's really just whatever's, like, being promoted, whatever people are selling, whatever food they're selling people, all these shops, all these cigarette shops everywhere, the online sales, all the drugs, the fentanyl, the oxycodone, all these drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, which are sold to people for anxiety and depression. There's just so much going on that's not that doesn't seem to heal people. It just seems to put these symptoms at bay. But you have to look at, why are people experiencing these symptoms? Like what's causing people to feel so anxious and so, almost like people are turning feral, like a feral animal, where it's just like wandering the streets. Like I know places out in California I've been to where you can go there and you will not see any dogs, you will not see any cats, because people see them and then they disappear. They're looking, they're like, oh yeah, look at that, there's a freaking cat over there, and they're like, I ain't see nobody looking. Old mama got a pot freaking boiling in the kitchen, and we ain't got no food, so let's just freaking grab that cat and we'll boil him up, or dog, whatever. And I know that stuff happens in certain neighborhoods, but so there's really no like safe space as long as there's humans and as long as you have human behavior. You're always gonna you're gonna have the meek. You're gonna have the people kind of like me who gets old and say, yeah, I gotta protect myself. Stay away. Whereas I used to be an aggressor. I'm no longer an aggressor. But as an electrician, I was kind of an aggressive person. And now I'm no longer aggressive. So you either have people that are kind of meek, or you have people who are like a predator. Like they're like, I'm going to get what I want to get. And they're going to go out and they're going to look for it and they're going to find it and whatever it might be. So I think that we have always had this, as a species, we're like hunters, and we've always had these feelings of I have to go out and I have to get, and then I have to bring back. Whether it be, a serial killer thinking about, I got to get another victim, or somebody's just looking to go get some food, but they have no money. You're gonna act according to your life situation. So I think that's what we're seeing a lot now. And the people that you see on the streets, a lot of homeless veterans. I would, because I'm a veteran, I would tend to think that a lot of veterans do have an income. It may not be very good. I mean, like I get an income, but it's not a lot of money. It barely keeps me afloat. And we get put in a position where we don't want to create waves. We don't want to really rock the boat because we're afraid maybe we'll lose our benefits and this, that, which really makes life just a freaking living hell, and it really puts things into perspective where either way, whether you're working or you're not working, you're kind of at the mercy of the almighty dollar, which, kind of sucks, and if you're working, then you're at the mercy of an employer, or somebody could tell you, you're no longer needed because, whatever. Those are my thoughts today. The fishing right now has been kind of slow. I went out yesterday, went fishing. I spent about 5 hours out there at the lake and didn't catch anything. Water's cold. Water's about 45 to 50 degrees. And I'm such a weirdo that I went out there fishing. Very windy, extremely windy yesterday. A couple of boats on the water. But, yeah, it's just really windy. Pre-spawn apparently has started, but I don't know where the bass are. I tried to find a couple of bass, tried to catch a couple of bass, didn't catch any bass, so I said screw it. So that's about it. I don't know, whoever's watching this, if you are watching, if you give a crap, I don't know if anybody really cares. I think most people are out there trying to hustle, trying to make a dollar. But the weekend's coming up, I think. I don't know, what day is this? I have no idea. I really don't even know what day it is. Jesus. It's either dementia coming in or I've been retired for so long, I don't freaking know. I just wake up wherever I wake up. And right now, I think it's Friday. Is it Friday? See? Even the walls won't tell me nothing. All right, thanks for watching my video. I would suggest maybe not going and ripping off at stores just because of the simple fact that, you know, a lot of freaking poor, sorry souls like me, yeah, since I'm retired, I don't really like going out among the masses, so I have to order online. Order Walmart.com, and they deliver it to my old ass because I have certain phobias about freaking enclosed spaces and stuff anymore. But, all right, thanks for watching, and what other old men advice I can give? If you got pick up I would advise young people to do something like pick up a guitar. You know what I mean? Guitar music can be so calming, even if you just are playing a musical instrument by yourself. I like to play guitar. It can be very calming to the nervous system, and then maybe you won't have to go steal from Walmart. All right, thanks for watching. Yeah.